Hi, I'm Ellen Horan, President and CEO of the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm here for this week's Member Spotlight with Marsha Baron, owner of Dosie Dough. Welcome, Marsha.
Hi.
So I know you have a strong following among chamber members in your Wyomissing store, but as I was looking through your website, I saw you actually started at the Shillington Farmers Market.
That's where I did, yes.
Yeah.
1988.
1988.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about how you decided to get into business. I think people are always intrigued by how you did it.
Well, I had no real plan, actually, but I needed a job. I was a single mom, and my friend her family had a business in the market.
Okay.
And we decided to do it together at that time. So in the very beginning, for a short period, I did have a partner.
Okay.
And that went really well. I mean, almost instantly, we had a nice following there because we carried things from Philadelphia and out of the area.
Okay.
So
you weren't doing all the baking?
No,
Okay.
no. We, and even to this day, we do a lot of baking, but we also have, I guess you would call it a contract baker.
Okay.
We have our recipes and they bake it. So it's a lot easier to pick up thousands of dollars worth of food rather than stand there and make it all.
Right.
So we do both. We
Okay.
do both. And at market, we didn't bake there, so we did have all people that baked for us.
Okay.
And that went really well.
Okay.
And I was there for 12 years, and then the market was changing, and then I opened in Lititz, actually,
Yeah, I
which
saw that.
I sold that to my daughter over, I guess, when she turned 18. We had to wait till she turned 18.
Okay.
And she had helped me at market, and now she's 35.
Okay.
And that store is also doing very well.
Okay.
It's a great little community. If anybody
Oh,
gets
yeah,
over to
very
Lititz, it's fun.
Nice for
There's-
walking, kind of
it
like
is.
the
There's
West
a lot
Reading,
going on.
Wyomissing.
There's
It's
an
a
awful lot going on.
similar
Right.
feel.
Well, West Reading has really changed since the time that I
Yes.
opened,
Yeah.
which is really nice to see.
Yeah.
So then I left the market and I needed another place, and then we redid the fire hall where we're at now, our present
Right.
location, and it's all good there.
Yeah. So, how did you know you were ready to open that second store? That was probably a little bit of a leap of faith for you.
You mean when I opened in
what?
Lititz or in Wyomissing?
Yeah, I thought you did Wyomissing second.
Second.
Yeah.
I mean, well, actually, it was Market, Lititz,
Lititz.
then Wyomissing,
Right.
because the market was going out of business. I mean, closing.
Oh, okay.
And I
So you
wasn't
kinda
going to
didn't
the
have a
new
choice
market.
then.
Right, I wasn't going with the new market. So at that point, then I
Yeah.
came to Wyomissing.
Let me ask you, a lot of times aspiring chefs or bakers struggle with how to get started. They're usually generally starting out of their home. Is the market something that you would recommend as a good avenue for someone that has a specialty recipe or something they want to run with?
Well, absolutely, because you have lots of extra people going to other stands as well. It's not a sole destination like our stores now are sole destination.
Good point.
And it's always good to have more stores around you to bring in more people. So I think that the food truck idea, sometimes I think
Okay.
about if I do something else, that would be, you pick and choose where you go. You
Sure.
need people. You have food,
Yeah.
you need a lot of people.
That's true.
So-
The millennials are intrigued by the food trucks. And we don't have a lot of them unless there's a food truck fair.
Fair, okay.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So you're giving away your next secrets.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to do anything, but I do like I miss market, actually. It was a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
we traded amongst each other.
Right.
I would have great flowers every week and other food from
Okay.
other stands. So
Yeah.
I miss that, but that was like camping. There's nothing there, then you bring all this stuff there,
That's
and then
true.
you take it away. So, I really now, we're open every single day. There it was just 2 days a week, which was really nice when my kids were young, but
Right.
so now we're open 7 days.
Yeah.
And it kind of just has a life of its own.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Now, I know you have really a full menu with lunches and breakfast sandwiches and all that, but it seems your specialty is specialty baked goods and maybe a little bit nicer coffee?
Well, we have our own coffee roasted for us, and we also carry Green Mountain. But coffee is something that people just, they're addicted to it, actually. So they're in early, and then we have all the cakes, if you have birthdays or anniversaries. We put together, today we just put together a tray for 75 people at the last minute. We do pastry trays, cookie trays, we do jarred gourmet items.
Right.
But there's, we do soups, sandwiches, we just do a lot of stuff. We have gift items and everything. We sell greeting cards. So I
capture that regular clientele.
Yeah, and we do a lot more now with vegetarian and vegan, and we've been way ahead of that for years. So that just keeps growing. So that's another area that seems to bring in a lot of new people. And now, like Market was not open, the hours were only like Thursday and Friday, and only till 6. So we have a much more varied clientele. We have, young people, old people. And we even get, the train runs behind us. We have all the people that watch the train.
Okay.
We call them the train people. And then they come in and they stay out there sometimes for hours watching the
who doesn't need a cup of coffee if you're doing that?
Yeah. So that goes on too. And
let me ask you, as a small business owner, so with your business owner hat on, what are some of the challenges that you face that maybe some of our other members can relate to?
Well, employees is probably the hardest thing because we don't have much turnover. We've been very lucky. We have a really good retention. Because we're flexible, we can offer some things, but it's not a career kind of job necessarily. So therefore, people can come and go more. And I would say that's usually what I would say, it's the employees is the hardest part.
Right.
Because we have usually between 12 and 15 employees, and we're open every day. So, and you want to be sure that customers are happy, and and you can't be there every minute anymore.
Right.
So.
Good. I'm sure a lot of our members can relate to that.
Surely.
Another thing they can relate to is kind of the family dynamic that you have in the business.
Yes.
How's that?
Well, that's always interesting. At this store, my son is a manager, and he's always on my case. But he's good for me. He pushes me. He's younger, and he wants it to keep going and continue to do very well. And my mother is 86, and she still works.
Okay.
She works like 3 days a week, and people love her and always ask about her. And it's been really healthy for her as well. So we all get along. I mean, we have our times, but it's getting better all the time. It's getting, I think it's getting better.
Yeah. Well, your kids are maturing. They're not in their 20s anymore. They're kind of, growing up themselves.
They're
and
in
coming
their
into
30s,
their own.
and they've grown up in the business. And so, my son bakes a lot of food, and it's always kind of funny because, I showed him how to do it, but now he does it better, I guess.
Oh, there you go.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting dynamic, though, I must say.
Yeah. Well, you talked about maybe doing a food truck. Is there some other thoughts you have in mind for some next steps?
I'm not going to do a food truck, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe my kids would do a food
there
truck.
You just think it's a good idea.
I think it's an idea where if you're looking to start a business, the overhead is not so
Could
high.
be an avenue.
And you're going to be somewhere where there's people, for sure. I mean, it's all about people. You need the people. And if you open a business and it's food and and it takes a while till they get there, I mean, you have a lot of bad food. It's going to go to waste. So that's why I think it's good. That's why I think the market is good, because you have extra people coming to you. So I think it's a good way to start.
Is there any advice you could offer other chamber members, resources, things that helped you in getting your business started? Probably more as you started your restaurants.
You just have to be open to change. You have to be willing to change. You have to. Every day is different, and one day it's refrigeration goes down, then the next day it's a vehicle. You just can't get that excited. Or maybe it's because I've been doing it a long time. I don't get that. I just call somebody if I can't handle it myself and just keep on, because that's all. That's what I would say. You just have to have that you have to do whatever it is you got to do that day, no
Right.
matter what, to keep your business going. So
get it
that's-
done.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Exactly, get
Good.
it done.
Well, Marsha, I know you have a strong following, so you're doing a lot of things right, and you have a delightful shop there. So thanks
you.
for being part of the Wyomissing community, and also for being a part of the chamber.
Thank you. Yes, I feel very grateful that we have such a nice following.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.